Okay, so I think I just started this thing early on accident, but that's okay. I'm just getting things set up. So, yeah, I just posted to Twitter and it didn't provide a link, so that was really cool. Let me just get things set up here. My channel. There's my stream. Copy this link and I'll post it in Twitter. Let me delete this accidental tweet. I said, live now, come join us for this awesome stream. Oh, also, I have my new webcam. It just came while I was doing the Pokemon Fire Red Axel Edition stream, so that's really cool. I'm really excited for that. Let's tweet this, and we'll get started. Okay, let's see if I can find the picture that I had as reference for this stream. It's been a while since we did that suggestion video. I hope I can find it. I've got the idea of the thing in my head. I just wanted to share it with you guys. Let's see. I think we've got time. At least Streamlabs is saying we have no viewers yet, so it'll just be a minute. We've got all the time in the world to search for this thing. Okay, well next time I'll actually make the Photoshop document and save it in the UGC folder that I have. And we can find it. Hey, Wondrous Ninja, welcome to the stream. I've got my webcam, so that's really cool. I've got nice, cool lights back there you can see, and it's really exciting. I can now use my phone as a stream deck, so you can see I can press buttons and make things disappear and reappear and all that wonderful stuff. So let's see. Let's make my webcam go away for a second, and then let's come back. Okay, so that's what that thing is for. It's really nice. I can even mute myself if I press this button. And microphone back on. I didn't say anything bad, I promise. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. This is really cool. Yeah, I was just saying I can't find the Photoshop document that had the plan in it. Oh, it might be this actually. Roblox hat template. I had a bunch of hats. I'm just trying to find them so I can share. Okay, yes, this is the file. And I'm going to go ahead and share this on the Streamlabs here. So let's add a new source layer. And we'll say it's a window capture. Just so you guys can see it too. We don't want to capture that. We want to capture Photoshop. There we go. Oh, awesome. Thank you very much for tweeting my stream. This is really exciting stuff. Really cool stuff here. All right, let's see. Let's go down here. I'm gonna hide this. Let's see if we can. Yes, this is it. This is the one that we're going to do today. So I'm gonna hide the hat. Oh, and we're gonna hide the fez too. But I'm thinking of making something similar to this. This is what somebody suggested in a stream, and I'd like to do it. So let's get started. So I'm gonna open Blender, and let's hide the Photoshop window. Let's open up Blender. And we're going to start this baby from scratch. Oh, also, I need to monitor this stream in a different window here, so I can see what everybody's saying. Let's see. There we go. Aw, Donnie. Oh, it's too bad. I'm glad you're here, but you have to go to sleep. Good night. Thank you for joining in. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff. Sometimes I stream earlier in the day. This is actually a pretty late stream for me, so yeah, I'd like to see you here again. Blender, your greatest nightmare. Okay, let's. I'm gonna move this along. Hit play on my own live stream. Let's mute that. Oh my goodness, this is just so bizarre. It's not showing it in the right time. Okay, it seems to be frozen for me. All right, I'm just gonna refresh the stream actually here. Maybe that worked. Okay, and I'm gonna hide the GIF there because the flashing light is kind of annoying. Boop. All right, now it's hidden. Okay. So the first thing I like to do is open like the template for the like just the regular block character from Roblox. So let's see what we have here. Let's go to this turntable display. I'm going to copy this and we're going to open Blender again. Delete this, paste this, and let's save this. And we'll save this as in my UGC stuff. I'll just save this as stream hat 2, because this is the second hat. Well, actually, technically it's the third, but it's the second hat I'm streaming and doing really with viewers here. So, yeah, this will be fun. Stream hat 2. The first hat was the Fez. Hey, Peanut Butter Production, welcome. Yep, I deleted the cube, and I probably shouldn't have because I'm just going to go ahead and spawn a new cube in. I like to start with a cube pretty much every time. All right, now I'm going to subdivide this. We want to make it into a sphere. It's just so it's a sphere with nicer topology. That's why I use this cube. So let's put this modifier on. Subdivision surface. We'll put that there. And we'll apply this. We may not finish the entire hat today. I've got 2 hours where I can do this stream, but if we exceed that 2 hours, yeah, I can't stick around for that much longer. So this may be a 2-part hat if you guys want to see the rest of it. But this should be a good time. Let's see. Now I'm going to cast this. And we're going to change this factor to 1. And we'll apply this. All right, now we got a perfect sphere on this guy's head. Oh, you only see that? Okay, I need to open... Oh my gosh. I have 2 Blender windows open, and that's why you're only seeing this. So let me get rid of that. And maybe it'll autocorrect. Yep, okay. So now you guys can see this. Sorry about that. This is kind of... I'm pretty new to switching all the stream stuff around, and so just these kind of bugs are gonna unfortunately happen for the first little while. All right. Let me go into edit mode. I think I'm going to select this face here. This is kind of a good base to start with that skull thing, and I'm gonna hit E and we'll scale it up just to see what it looks like. Yep, that's definitely mask-like. um, and I want to make this thing more like a fun kind of Grim Reapery hood. And the first thing I usually like to do with when I've got it ready to model is I delete half of it and convert it into a mirror modifier so everything happens mirrored. We turn on clipping just to make sure that these don't migrate from the middle. And I can grab this and we'll make it vaguely hood shaped. Okay, I actually don't want to select these things, so I'm going to do this one dot at a time instead of that influence circle. One thing to remember that when we're working with UGC is that a lot of this stuff is supposed to be lower polygon. We're limited to, I don't know, pretty much less than 1,000 polygons, um, just to make sure that it doesn't take up too much space in Roblox. Because if it's rendering so many polygons, like if we had infinite polygons we could work with, it would just bog down all the resources of everybody's computers, and it would not be a fun experience. So they limit us on that, which is okay and understandable. So no big deal. We just have to keep everything low poly. All right, let's select this. So I'm seeing a lot of new faces in this stream. That's exciting. Thank you very much for joining in. Alyssa Xbox, welcome to the stream. So, just to catch you guys up on what we're making, I think Wondrous Ninja is here. Um, so, and I think they're the only one who saw this, but I'm gonna go ahead and make what we're working on appear in the stream. So you should be able to see that if it worked. All right, yes, you do. um, but yeah, basically we're going to be making this thing, but we're going to turn it into a Roblox item, so that'll be really fun. Hopefully at the end of the stream we'll have something that you can put on your character and play around with in my UGC concept area. So I'm going to go ahead and hide that. And I'm going to move this webcam so it's over that. There we go. Okay. So this is what we have so far. It's actually coming along a little fast, which is good. I'm going to make sure that this is completely enveloping the head, the base head. I'm definitely not going to do the textures in this stream. Even though we're making good time on it, textures tend to be a little finicky sometimes, and you have to pack a lot of you have to pack all the islands is what they're called when you separate all the pieces. You have to I have to pretty much optimize them on a really small pixely image to make them look non-pixely, and that process can be a little bit tedious, and so I don't want to pull you guys through that. All right, let's make the teeth. Hey, Trashy Ghost, welcome. Welcome. Wow, we've got a lot of people in this stream today, and that's really exciting. A lot of new faces. I hope I can create something that you guys really like to watch. This is really cool. All right, let's make some teeth. Do we want really thick teeth or do we want really thin teeth? You know what? This is gonna work. This is good. I'm gonna scale this down just a hair. Let's go here, and I'm gonna turn off clipping for just a second so I can do this. That's pretty cool. Let's scale those down just a hair as well. So we've got some tooth-like things. Yeah, looking good, looking good. Let's shade this smooth right now. And I'm gonna turn on auto smooth, and that basically just makes everything nice. Oh man, I'm loving this webcam, by the way. Like, I played with it just a little bit before starting the stream. Uh, it does a really nice job. I'm quite pleased. I had to buy it used though because the new ones are just outrageously priced. Which is okay. A lot of my best gear, that my favorite stuff is used gear, so you have no regrets. Good. It would be a terrible time for me if you joined the stream and instantly regretted coming here. Yeah, that's good. That's good you don't have any regrets so far. So far. No, you won't regret this. This is good stuff. This is primo information I'm giving you right now. Okay. That was a lot simpler than I imagined it would be. Let's go ahead and add the eyes, because in the Photoshop thing, you can see that I have swirly eyes, like swirly things. I think to save on texture resources, I'm gonna go ahead and, because we're so far below on the vertex count, I'm gonna go ahead and make those out of some actual geometry, so they're gonna be 3D eyes basically on the surface of this thing. Now the tough part is figuring out how to make a spiral. I always forget how to make a spiral in this, and this is gonna be interesting. um, so this might take the most time refiguring out how to make nice spirals. I can freehand it. That's no big deal. But I would like to make it a lot nicer, maybe a little more perfect than it should be. Welcome to the stream, Bananaman. It's good to have you. We're just 3D modeling a hat. It's exciting so far. People are not regretting joining my stream. So, okay, let's go back over to Blender. You have two questions. One is 3D modeling easy, and two, how can I sketch really good? Well, both things kind of have the similar answer. Yeah, 3D modeling can be considered easy now because I've been practicing at it, and same with sketching. I've been 3D modeling stuff since I was, wow, since around 2006. I've been modeling stuff. Yeah, so I was in elementary school when I started modeling. So, um, now you could say it's easy. It's just something that I understand. It just takes a little bit of time to get used to doing something new if you haven't modeled before. So it could be easy for some and it could be difficult for someone else. Um, yeah. So, okay, let's go here. And since we're able to get away with it, I'm gonna add more polygons, and we're gonna turn clipping back on the mirror here so we can extrude things and it stays together. I think that's what we're gonna have to do to make this like ghostly tail on the back of it. Yeah, so you can kind of see that's the idea right there. Um, let's close that again. I'm gonna move this back to the center of the hat. In fact, I'm gonna go back into the one dot vertices selection. Let's do that. Wondrous Ninja. Since 2006? Yes. Yep. You were 1 year old back then. Wow. Now you just made me feel so old myself. I look a lot younger than I am. That's just kind of something that my family has, I guess. We all look really young compared to what we are. Do I model items for star creators? Yes, I do. Currently, I have modeled for Night Fox and I've modeled for Creekcraft. I have a couple of other friends who are star creators, but they haven't asked me to model anything for them, which is okay. They don't have to. Or do they? They should. They should ask me to model for them. I like modeling things. Yeah, if I could do this as my full-time everyday job, I would greatly appreciate that. That's why I'm trying to get into the UGC, is because I hear that some people make a really good living off of being in UGC, and it's something that I really enjoy, so naturally it's something that I should try and get into. All right, this is probably not going to stick out like this in the end. Um, I'm just trying to find a nice shape here. A lot of 3D modeling, at least what I find in my work, is just messing with things and seeing what looks nice. And if it doesn't look nice, then you can kind of quickly undo it. In fact, I should have just like, let's undo all of this real quick. Oh, I can't undo all of this. Okay, let's just, shh, nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. I'm gonna fix this. And I'm just gonna copy this cube over, and then if I decide that I don't like what it turned into, then we can go back to the old one. So let's duplicate this. And I'm gonna make a new collection and call this backup parts. Cube 1, backup parts. All right, see ya, Pigtoonie. Thank you for joining in the stream. Sorry I didn't respond. I didn't see what you said there. Yeah, I had to move the chat over to my second monitor, and so it's a little harder for me to see it because it's kind of small. It's not actually a monitor; it's a drawing tablet. So, um, yeah, sometimes responding quickly is difficult for me on this. Um, but yeah, okay. I'm sorry if I didn't see your messages quickly. Okay, let's scale that down so it's kind of like a point. That's kind of neat with the flat the flat bill. I actually kind of dig that. All right. Let's add some more faces here so we can make it squiggly. Grab that. Move it up like that. Grab this. Move it down like, or up like that. All right, cool. I'm really liking this. That's an interesting shape. Um, I do want to smooth this stuff out though. It looks good from the side, but I don't really care for it when we're head on. I want it to be more smooth than that. Hey, Pocket Pug, welcome back. This is the stream that I was getting ready for, and I have my camera, so you can actually see what's going on. I mean, with me, if you really want that. Sometimes people won't watch a stream unless there's a webcam, which is okay, I guess. But yeah, you get to see my facial reactions to things now. Okay, let's move this a little more. All right, now we've got this kind of ghostly looking dealy on the back. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. It almost like reminds me of a dollop of whipped cream. Like, you know, when you got pancakes or ice cream or something, you just like that's what this reminds me of. Oh, I should do those things that they have in Blender tutorials. Yes, actually, I got those set up. Funny enough, like a couple of weeks ago, I had that set up finally on my computer, and people could follow along and watch my streams and see all the buttons and stuff that I'm pressing. Um, it doesn't come standard with Blender, so I have to re-download it from somewhere, and I can't remember off the top of my head. Otherwise, I would do that right now. But yeah, my settings all got reset in Blender because I was having issues with my computer. I would render stuff in Blender and then it would freeze. Like you'd see the image just stop, and I couldn't use the mouse anymore. I couldn't hit Control Alt Delete, and I just had to turn my computer off by pressing the button. Um, yeah, it was just gross, and I didn't know what it was. I thought it was the CPU. I thought it could be the motherboard, and so what I did to troubleshoot it is I reset my computer. So I lost all of my apps and all of my settings. I have no more Photoshop brushes. All of my fonts got deleted. Pretty much everything I used for art and what I've been collecting. Like I have kind of a hobby of collecting fonts and things like that. Everything was gone. I still had my personal files, which was like all of my Blender files and all of my images. But all of the folders had been reset, so I could only see list view, and it was just so chaotic. Um, but yeah, I'm just kind of recovering from that. But that's why I don't have the screen keys right now. But I will try and get those back for a future stream. I just don't think about it like, so I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, Trashy Ghost. Hopefully when I hopefully I can get into the UGC program, period, but pretty soon if I do. And then I can release all this stuff because I do have I have a world where I let people try my hats on. I'm not a UGC creator right now. I mean, I make UGC, no mistake about that, but I'm not in the program yet, unfortunately. But I'm trying to be. I'm trying to get in the program. So when I do get in the program and I can upload this, I certainly will. Yes, I am digging this hat. Okay, let's check what our vertice count is. You can actually see it down here on my screen. I don't know what quality. This should be streaming in 1080p, but sometimes YouTube can get a little crunchy when you're streaming. But you can keep an eye on my vertex count down here. Right now it's showing 3,503, which is not accurate because that it's including all the vertices on the Roblox model here. So let me go ahead and hide that. Yeah, we're working with 178 vertices right now, which is insane. That's an awesomely low amount of vertices. So we're good to do pretty much anything we want to do at this point with this hat. Um, Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add those spirals. And I'm not going to mess around with trying to figure out how to make correct spirals right now. That'll take up too. I always do it and then I forget how to do it. And like I made those corkscrew things for Creek's um for his ears on his head. Yeah, so I know how to do it. I figured it out once, and now I have to figure it out again. And that's probably going to take a little longer than I want. So we're just going to make it the good old fashioned Axel way, which is basically just freehanding a spiral. So let's merge all these into one point. Let's go back into object mode and move this to the eyes, because now we have just a single vertex, and we're going to just spiral it on out. Let's look at the reference image again, and we'll find out which way we want the spiral to go. Okay, so we're going to go out like this. Oh, the spirals go the same direction. So I think I'll just make one spiral at first, and then I'll just like shrink wrap it to it. So, sound like a plan? Oh, the game name where you can try my hats. Okay, let me link you to it real quick. Let me pull up Roblox. You guys aren't seeing this because I don't have it streaming. But there we go. I think I copied everything you need to be able to jump in. There you go. Okay. Oh, Pocket Pug, we are making a concept UGC item for Roblox. Yeah, oh, it showed up in the video. That's cool. Um, let's see. Just gonna move this. Like, actually, I like how it flares out like that. So we'll just make this other tooth flare the same way. We're making a concept UGC hat. It's gonna look like kind of a skull mask on a hood. Um, it's what somebody suggested in a stream once. So I'm gonna throw some basic colors on this thing. We're gonna do some basic UV textures. Like by that I mean we're not gonna bake them. We're not gonna do like all kinds of detailed drawn on it yet. Um, but I want to get it to a point where you guys can all try it on while I'm streaming. So hopefully we can do that before. Oh wow, we've got. Okay, I've got maybe an hour and a half left that I can keep streaming. I've already done 2 streams today. This one's later because I wanted to have my webcam when I did this stream. Okay, let's go into edit mode. Thanks, Bananaman. I really appreciate that. Oh, okay. See you, Peanut Butter Productions. It's been good having you. I hope you can come back and see some more of this kind of thing. Sometimes I do random Roblox games, like, or not, they're not really random, they're just various. um, so this is just kind of my creation side, and then sometimes I'll go and do like game streams if you want to see those. So it's a lot of fun. I'd appreciate seeing you again. So it's been real. Okay, let's see. Let's make that spiral. Okay, it's not going to be the smoothest thing at first. Like, we can actually make it a lot smoother later on. This is just to get it, just like a rough idea. And then I can move these points around and do some magics and whatever else. All right, in fact, I'm gonna do this, add another one. All right, so now we got this thing. I'm going to subdivide this, and okay, that didn't smooth it at all. There we go. So we smoothed the vertices out, and we got a spiral. Ta-da! That's the oh, how much does a 3D printer cost? You really want one. I got my 3D printer for 300 bucks, and that's about as low as you want to go in price, because after that the quality goes downhill. My printer worked really well for the first month and a half, and then it broke. And then the company didn't want to support their printer anymore. They didn't want to help me fix it. So I'm pretty salty at them, and I'm not actually going to tell you their brand. But don't go lower than $300 is what I would suggest on a 3D printer. I learned that lesson the fun way. Okay, I'm going to copy this, and we'll move it over here. Wondrous Ninja asks, what is a 3D printer? Basically, it's a printer that, you know what a hot glue gun, or how a hot glue gun works, where it melts plastic, or like, yeah, plastic, through a hot nib, and it just kind of like spreads the glue out. Well, a 3D printer is just like that, except it's with like really hard plastic. You have a spool of this plastic. It's a little smaller too. But basically it's computer guided, and it just kind of like moves around, and it'll print something in 3D eventually, which is really cool. I enjoyed playing with mine. I actually made helmets and things like that. You can't see anything that I've 3D printed in my room right now. But I mean, maybe sometime I'll show a stream where I show my 3D printed stuff. But yeah, they're pretty fun when they work. Okay, I'm gonna put this into backups. Oh, it's already in backup parts. Let's go ahead and move this out of backup parts. I kind of want to mirror this actually. Instead of having two going the same direction, I'm going to mirror it. But before we do that, I'm gonna convert it to a path, or a curve, and we're gonna give it some shape with this geometry. Okay, that's the wrong one. Depth. We want to give it depth. Okay, and that just pretty much blows it up like a balloon. Let's see, that shape, or that thickness looks pretty good to me. So I'm gonna leave it like that. Let me mirror this, or object, set origin. I'm gonna give it the same origin as this hat. Cursor to selected. Set origin to 3D cursor. And I'm going to mirror this. And going to shrink wrap. And the item we want to shrink wrap is this cube. Okay, and I want to undo this depth real fast. Okay, and now I'm going to duplicate this. and paste it into there. All right, now I'm going to apply these two things, and you can probably hear my little dog barking. Transform curve mesh in order to apply constructive modifiers. Okay, let's just convert to, hmm. That's weird. Okay, let's get rid of the shrink wrap modifier. And it did not change it. Hmm, that's weird. It should have changed it. Let's let's change this back. I think what's going on is we have to change it back into a mesh real quick, apply the mirror, and then we're gonna turn it back into a curve and then inflate it. So let's go back into a mesh. So there it is as a mesh. We're gonna apply this. Transform curved mesh in order to apply constructive modifiers. Huh. We're running into some bizarre stuff here. This is where it gets hard. You just gotta figure out what's going on. Okay. It still moves. Um, let's cast it to this. And I'm gonna change things to X-ray. See, we just want the eyes to line up with the mask is all. Set origin to 3D center of mass surface. Hmm. Oh, they have no mass and they have no volume, so I'm assuming that's why it's not putting the cursor right there. That's fine. Add modifier, shrink wrap. Okay, now it's working a little better. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. So I'm going to keep an eye on this, and we're going to change this to connected only. Sorry if I get quiet, by the way. I'm just, sometimes it takes a little bit of focus. Okay. For the most part, this is looking how we want. All right. Do I have a YouTube vanity link? No. I have no idea what that is. I so I don't. Oh, thank you for the subscribe, Bananaman. I would normally have a subscriber gift thing that says your name and like thanks you for subscribing. However, for some reason the streaming software I have and YouTube have been having some issues and it hasn't been showing those. Like people will it'll show the donations, it'll show things like that. Uh, but for some reason it doesn't want to show um it, it doesn't want to show subscriber count. Like if I kept this stream rolling for 4 hours, in about 4 hours we would see the like thank you for subscribing message, which is absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. And I think it's actually killing some YouTubers like subscriptions too. Like I have a friend of mine who said he used to get like, and this is a lot of subscribers by the way. Like this is crazy. He gets like 1,000 per stream or something like that. He used to, and then after the subscriber thing started getting buggy, he started getting way less than that. I don't remember what he said exactly, but um, it was just crazy. I wish that it would work. That would be just great. But I'm really thankful for your subscription. Thank you very much. Oh, welcome back, Peanut Butter Productions. Good thing you got bored enough to come back to my stream. um, okay. I just need 100 subs to have one. Okay, well, I'll look into that then and figure out what that is. Okay. Yeah, I did hear about that Little Nas and Devil Shoes drama. Yeah, that's quite the thing. I prefer not to talk about that kind of thing. It's a little political, and I prefer not to just get into that on this channel. Um, I'd rather talk about 3D hats and making them. So let's see. Let's apply this. Let's convert this object into, and this is the backup at this point, which is okay. Let's move this into the backup parts now. Let's convert this back into a path, convert to a curve, and we will thicken them. Depth. There we go. So now we have this kind of a thing. I'd really like these to be more round than they are. Okay, let's spend a little time fixing how round they are. So let's apply this, convert to mesh. Let's edit this. And I'm going to turn on this here. Okay, you know what? That looks good, but before we do this, I want to save some polygons. Um, yeah, I want to make it so we're using fewer polygons here. Okay. Object, convert to mesh. All right, now we're good. All right, let's color these differently from the rest of the hat. So let's make this have a new material. Base color, we're gonna make black. And we want to shade those smooth. I can edit this. Let's add some ends to it. Okay, cool. I'm gonna delete this half. And let's add a mirror modifier. There we go. Oh, hey! Sorry, Ash Pokedom. I hope I said that right. Okay. Uh, yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, we're just making a a skull ghost thing. Somebody suggested that I make a hat like this in a previous stream. In fact, this is a good time to show it again. This is the concept sketch we came up with with viewers earlier. I decided to do 4 teeth on this instead of 3, and yeah. So this is the concept, and or yeah, this is the concept right here, and we're making it in Blender. So let me just hide Photoshop again. All right. So I am liking this, but let me see if I can. Let's thicken that a little bit. And I want to move these a little bit further apart. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Let's extrude these here, and I'm going to round them off just a little bit. There we go. Okay, I guess they look nice right where they are. Cool. All right, let's edit this. It will have better textures later on. I'm just not making the textures right now, unfortunately. But I will color it. Um, the textures just can take a little longer than I have left for this stream, so we're gonna do that another time, or I'm probably just not gonna stream it. But you can go ahead and try the hat on once the textures are all finished. Inside of my hat tester area, my UGC item. It used to be called hat tester, but it's now the UGC accessory place. So that's really cool. Oh, hey, Die Guys, welcome. Yeah, I'm just making a really cool hat that was suggested by a viewer a couple of times ago. I think it was actually Mr. Questionable who suggested this. And Mr. Questionable is here today in the stream, and I'm really, really happy about that. Okay, but this is the basic this is the basic shape for this thing. um let's see, we've got enough vertices left over. We can add stitches and stuff. So that's going to be cool. When it's late and you have no coffee left. Yeah. Yeah, I get that feeling sometimes. All right, I'm going to add some stitching. to this hood here, so it's kind of stitched together on top. Because we can. We have enough polygons where we're allowed to do that. So I'm going to say Shift A. I'm going to add a cylinder. We're going to model this thing. Actually, let me delete that. I'm going to add cursor to world origin. Now I'm going to say Shift A. We're going to add another cylinder. I'm going to change the amount of, let's change the radius of this thing. Make it small like that. Maybe even a little smaller. Perfect. And let's change the vertex count all the way down to like 6. Maybe 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's a good number. Good round. I mean, 9 goes into, yeah, isn't 9 a magic number, something like that, or is it 3? I can't remember. Let's see. Let's change this so the depth is only like 0.05. Nope. Let's do a little longer than that. Let's do 0.1. 0.5. All right, 0.2 looks good. This is going to be what our stitch comes from. So I'm doing some magic stuff here. Move this up to here. Go into edit mode. Make it like that. Edit this. Let's add a modifier to this, and it's going to be the mirror modifier. And I'm going to delete this. I need another edge loop here just for that. Okay. Let's delete these. And we've got the mirror modifier going, so we're good. Now I can do this. This is the reason I mirrored it. So I'm going to extrude the face here. I'm going to shrink it down just a little bit. Extrude it again, and I'm going to shrink it down even more. All right, so now we've got kind of this shape going on. Oh, we need to turn on clipping. Okay, so that's like, you'll see what this is in just a second. It's kind of like having stitches on the hat. So there'll be like a crease or something here, and then we'll have like stitching going like this. So now I'm going to apply all the modifiers that I have on this, and we're going to duplicate. We're going to Shift D this, and we're going to shove it into the backup parts area. So let's hide that. So now we got a backup of this thing. Okay, something weird is going on here. This, when I hide that, everything inside the collection should hide. Oh, it's not, they're not in the collection. I see. Let's find out what that piece is. Okay, let's hide that in backup parts. And we'll put that in backup parts. And we'll put this in regular collection. There we go. All right, we're good. We're golden now. Let's do this, and I'm going to rotate this like that. We'll rotate this one like that. Shift D, move it along the y-axis again. rotate it like that. And we probably want these to be shaded smooth. Okay, so yeah, those are the basic stitchings. Just add one more. Cool, cool. So when we add a crease or something in the textures, then you can go ahead and see that, you know, that those are really stitches. They're holding the thing together. So 3D modeling looks like a pain. It can be, yeah. Sometimes you run into issues and you just have to figure out how to fix them. But I really enjoy it personally. It's a little harder to do it and talk about it. I feel like if I wasn't trying to explain how I'm doing things, and if I really got down into it and I'm not streaming it, then I work a lot faster. Um, but yeah, it's pretty fun. It can be pretty fun. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save this as, because I want to make this. So let's save this, and then I'm gonna save this next one as um, temporary textures. So I'm gonna call this temp textures. Um, Hat 2. And my phone is just about dead, so I'm gonna plug this in real quick. There we go. All right. Now we've got this one saved as temp textures hat 2. I'm going to go into UV editing and make things just line up better, I guess. We want these to be, we want everything to have the same material, and we want to make an image texture that colors everything. So let's go into UV editing, and I'm going to make a seam here. Mark seam. Okay. And now I'm just going to unfold this. There we go. And I'm probably just going to make them really small. We've pretty much only got 2 colors right now on this. We've got, oh wait, no, we got 3 colors. But we've got this part, which is the face. It's going to be on the white quarter. We have this one that's going to be gray. And then I've got these stitchings that we have to edit the UV editing of. So let's go into edit mode. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to just scale these down. Those will go in this corner too. These are going to be a dark black. Oops. Unwrap. Yeah, it doesn't really matter right now. So I'll just have those stay there. So now we have this whole thing ready to be UV mapped, and we can color the textures on it. So let's go into texture paint, or shading rather. We'll create a new image texture, and we'll make it 256 by 256. Let's see. What should we name this? hat to base color. All right. Let's plug that into the base color. And we're going to make everything that color. So we need to change all these materials to whatever that one was. Okay, it's material 1. All right, so this is what the thing looks like right now. That's pretty cool. I like it. Um, it'll be even better when I have the actual textures on it. But for now, we're just going to do these temporary textures just so everybody can play with it and, keep tabs on it. So, let's go into texture paint. Object mode. I'm going to select all of it. Go into edit mode, select all of it. And now we're going to go back into texture paint. Oh, it should have shown everything. Bummer. That's okay. So we want the stuff that we moved into this corner to be white. So we'll just paint that like that. And we're pretty much there. We've got gray to paint. I think. And those are the basic colors laid out. So let's actually give this white. It's a little bright for me, so let's give it a little bit of a yellowy tinge to it. Let's do that. Just kind of a bony, or like a bone color. Oh, that's way too much. Nah, still too much. Nah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just keep it like this. So this is what we've got. I'm gonna go ahead and export this. Let's select all these things. And we'll call this, we'll make a new folder. I'm going to call this bone mask. And that's the folder it's going to live in. bonemask.obj, export obj. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to stream the next part where I'm putting this into Studio. But yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you guys could go into the world once. I'll make a, here's what I'll do. I'll make a notification on Twitter when I've uploaded this, which will be in the next few minutes. Because there are some finicky things that I have to do in Studio, and I don't really care to stream that. But you can go ahead and go into my hat testing area that I linked earlier. If you want another link, I can put it in again. But yeah, you can check it out on Twitter. I'll make a post saying that I've uploaded this basic one, and you guys can go ahead and try it on. So be on the lookout for that. But I think that's pretty much going to wrap up the stream today, unless you guys have some more questions or anything like that you want answered. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to grab that link and send it to you before I end the stream. Okay, there's that. Okay, well, thank you all for joining in the stream. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like I said, usually I stream earlier than what I did today, but yeah, today I was waiting for this video camera to come, and I was just really excited, and I wanted to do it. I did a stream earlier, and then when this camera came, I started doing this one. So, yeah, this is exciting. I usually stream about maybe 2 or 3 hours earlier than I started with the stream today. But I was waiting for that camera. So thank you all for joining in. I had a good time doing this, and I hope you guys had fun watching. But I'll see you all next time.